Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Fate the Grand Order video. So first of all, before we get started, as you guys saw at the beginning, I got the Holy Grail for London, and as you can see, we already finished London, which okay, so London so far, I think is probably my favorite singularity right now. Um, I really enjoyed out of all of these. I think I enjoyed this story the most. Uh, uh, yeah, but the one thing I think I didn't like about this was Jack the Ripper's design. I did not at all like Jack the Ripper's design. That really bummed me out because I really had high hopes for Jack the Ripper's design in this game. But unfortunately, I got let down. Didn't enjoy Jack the Ripper's design at all, so that's a bummer. But other than that, I want to give my thoughts on London. So London was pretty cool because you the main problem of London. Okay, spoilers. So for those of y'all watching, this is spoilers. But when you enter London, um you are like put in this scenario where there's like a thick fog, but this fog has like a high doses or high density of sulfuric acid, which wiped out all of London's population. That's what I was able to understand. Maybe I'm high, but that's what I was able to understand from the story. And also through this like fog early on in the story, you encounter Jack the Ripper, which I personally did not like his design. um Story wise, he didn't do as much. I thought that Jack the Ripper, like towards the story, was gonna be like, oh, um like the final boss, because in the story it's implied that Jack the Ripper has something to do with the fog, or like contributes to the fog in some sort of way because of, I guess, his noble phantasm. And but it's not Jack the Ripper. Maybe he's like working with someone else. So I thought that Jack the Ripper was probably going to, like, at the end of the story, betray his partner and then become like super powerful. But no, like, I'm really disappointed with Jack the Ripper. It's kind of, it kind of sucks because Jack the Ripper would have been so much cooler, but like, no, they messed up with Jack. Anyways, and also in London you learn about or they expand more on like the three attributes, which are heaven, earth, and human. And basically Da Vinci explains that heaven beats earth but loses to humans, earth beats humans and loses to heaven, and humans beat heaven but loses to earth. But Da Vinci says that some humans cannot beat some heaven because of some reason, I don't know. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. And they also, in the heaven, earth, and human, they explained heaven, earth, and humans. They explained all like which I guess heroic spirits fall under what. So like, for an example, heaven would be like a Zeus. Earth, I guess would be like a um probably like an Apollo, maybe. And humans would be like, oh, like a Tesla, and well, any human that comes to mind, like Andre, Arthur, like King Arthur, stuff like that. um it's just cool. And then you also, the main like plot, or the main thing you guys are trying to like solve in this singularity is trying to get rid of like the fucking the fog. And in the fog, you meet this servant called Mephisto. It's called Mephistopheles. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'll call him Mephisto for short. And yeah, you encounter Mephisto, and then how they were trying to like he and his allies were trying to I guess use or find a way to like hone the power of like the Holy Grail. But then you like find out later in the story that they were using the Holy Grail to power this like fog machine, and like it's like, huh? It's like, right. But there's another cool thing that I saw. Well, I'm kind of confused in this part of the story because I forgot who P was, but there was a person named P. Um, I forgot his name, but I know it's P. There's P, B, and M, which are the three like main persons trying to like solve this fog machine. But one of the villains or the bosses, his name is P. He says that four singularities remain in the world, and uh, I was like, huh? What does he mean by four singularities? Which I didn't understand. And then like later on in the story, I think the person's name is um M, or I forgot the person's name. I know he was a king. He was a king. I can't remember his name, but I know he was a king. Oh, Solomon. Yeah. So at the end of the story, Solomon comes and he says that, oh, that you there's like seven singularities left. And I was like, wait, what? Are there four or are there seven? Because I didn't understand. Maybe like for seven, is he talking about like the other ones we did before London, which makes the person say, oh, you're missing four. And then what you call it, Solomon says that there's seven singularities, which I didn't really understand, or maybe I'm getting stuff confused. I'm like, oh well, whatever. Um, Also, Nikola Tesla's design was all right. It was pretty cool. Have nothing to like be mad about. The ending battle for London. Oh, that was pretty cool. Like many heroic spirits like come because Nikola Tesla was trying to like wipe out all of heaven and earth, heroic spirits, just so that the humans could be like, I guess, like the highest one. But in order to like come back or like stop Tesla, many heroic spirits will would come. Like for example, um, there was like a Kentucky came out, and then Tamino May, um, and so many like a bunch of like other like spirits, heroic spirits came like down to try and stop what's his face, Nikola Tesla, and which eventually you do like get rid of him, but but I was like, oh, that's cool. Um, and then once like you defeat Nikola Tesla, it's still like on. Oh well, you find out or you get an energy signature that there's still someone there, and when you go up there, it's Altera, which Mordor confuses it with like King Arthur, and says that, hey yo, you square the fuck up. And they decided to square up and he defeat Altera. And when was just gonna come back later in the story, who knows? But then after you like, I guess you kind of beat that, Solomon comes out, which is like the main boss, or one of like the big bosses, because you don't kill him. He basically wipes out all the other characters. He wipes out Kentucky, Tamano May. He kills Shakespeare. He kills almost everyone. And then at the end of like the singularity, Solomon says that um he Solomon is like, I'm not killing you because it's fun. It's fun watching y'all suffer. And he's like, he also says that as I mentioned before, which I got confused, because P says that there's four singularities remaining in the world. So I'm like, huh? So I'm like, wait, he's talking about that? Is he talking about before, like after we defeat this, are there going to be more? Because then Solomon comes, and before like he leaves, he says that there's seven singularities remaining. So I'm not sure if he's talking about if there's like 7 in total, or if there's 7 more to come, or 7 more important ones. Because right now that's the only thing I'm confused in the story right now. Because that kind of like messed me up. And so I'm like, huh? But yeah, before Solomon leaves, he says that you might be like a threat, so he's gonna keep an eye for you, an eye on you. I mean, and yeah, but that's it. Overall, London was a pretty cool singularity. Right now, I'm still like, is it my favorite singularity? It might be my favorite singularity. In this whole story. So yeah, but other than that, I'll give London an 8 out of 10 because the story was pretty cool. All the characters, I was able to recognize some of them. I'm like, hey yo, that's cool. But other than that, yeah, the only thing I didn't like about this London was that at the beginning some of the side quests, they were pretty hard. The reason for that is because since I use Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh is an archer, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, archers get defeated by lancers. Yeah, so most of the enemies were lancers, so they will like unbeat the living hell out of a Gil, and I was like, oh damn. So some of the side quests were kind of hard, which, looking back at it, and it looks like moving forward we're gonna have harder quests. Number two, as I said at the beginning of the video, I did not like Jack the Ripper's design at all. I like so much. I like it kind of sucks that they like dropped the ball on Jack the Ripper. I get I'm pretty sure Jack the Ripper is also like a lolly, right? Or But I did not like Jack the Ripper at all. Not at all, not one bit. If I would have been fine with it if Jack the Ripper would have been a kid, or probably like an adolescent, but I did not like Jack the Ripper's design at all. I'm like, oh god, it had so much potential and they dropped the ball on it. I'm like, come on. And hopefully moving forward, like some other like characters historic characters that I like for IRL, I'm looking forward to how they tackle certain characters. Like I want to see if they have an Anubis. I want to see how they design Anubis, Hades, Qin Shi Wang, Simone. I forgot his name. Simone something. But I want to see if they do have like these other characters. I want to see how they tackle their design, you know? But Jack the Ripper, they totally dropped the ball on him. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, Jack the Ripper had so much potential, but they like messed him up. Yeah. But that was basically it. That was really basically it. London was a pretty cool singularity. I can't wait to see what other stuff are gonna happen. Today, you guys might be getting a double upload because tomorrow I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man No Way Home. So I want to be able to like put a video tomorrow. Maybe I can early in the morning, but I know I'm gonna procrastinate, and also it's my art final. So yeah, so maybe today you guys are gonna get a double upload, but other than that, it's cool. Also, can someone explain how to farm this event? Because I'm afraid that I won't be able to get the Santa Claus one. Yeah, later.